Welcome everyone! Today I want to show you how you can use AI to analyze reviews locally in your computer. Let's get started. Why did I choose to run a project like this? A lot of companies have a lot of data that is stored in external platforms like Capterra, Trustpilot and so on, which are really valuable reviews to make their product better. So if you want to improve the value that you provide to your clients, this feedback is tremendously valuable to you. So I want to show you how to do it. Why did I choose local models? I personally think, and I work in AI, that the more control that you keep over the information that you provide, the better for you in the long run. We don't know what the big providers like OpenAI or Claude are going to be doing in the future. We know that they want to keep their edge, so we don't know at which point they're going to start training models on your private data, so I will recommend you to keep it within your control. Okay, so I have here this page from Capterra. Brandwatch, I'm not sponsored, I don't have any relationship with them, but I saw that they had this 4.2 in terms of reviews, and I thought that it was valuable to get some feedback on those 4.2 reviews, right? So the idea for us that we're going to extract, we're not interested in the people that are posting these reviews. We're interested in the name, the stars, the comments, the pros, and the cons, okay? And for that, I have a schema over here in this extraction PI file that breaks that down really simply. So I'm using Crawl4AI, which is a library that you can, it's open source and you can go and download by yourselves to use in this project. And within that, I'm going to use this schema, essentially breaks down where those elements are within the HTML of the page. So I want, like I said, the name, the review name, the star rating, the comments, the pros, and the cons. So with this block, I'm telling the Crawl4AI system, go to this HTML page and please extract these elements from the page with the content so we can put it into this nice and neat schema. What I'm going to do after that, this is the extraction strategy that follows this schema that then we are going to pass to the crawler itself. As you can see over here, the config keeps over here the extraction strategy, and then I want all of that data to get dumped into an output JSON file. So you can see over here that I have my reviews, the star rating, the comments, the pros and cons, and you can get this yourself. It's in the GitHub repo. So how do we run this code? I'm using UV, which is a fantastic package management system. So all we will have to do, if we didn't have anything like in this project, is UV init. As you can see, it's giving me the error because I've already initialized the UV environment. And then all we will have to do after that is UV sync if you have it in your system. And as you can see, I've just created my virtual environment that I can then activate. So I'm in a Ubuntu machine. So I'll activate it with that, and then I'll run uv run extraction.py, and this code, like I said, is gonna go. Don't forget to install the Playwright install, okay? I've done this in another computer.
A few moments later.
So now that we've gone through the blooper of the Playwright install, I'm gonna do uv run extraction.py, and as you can see, what is done is gone and completely scraped everything in the page as I've shown you over here, and then it's stored in this file. We have our data, and now it comes to the most important thing. So once we have the data problem resolved, the next problem is the analysis. Because the idea is that I wanted to understand if there was a difference using local models between giving it the full context or giving it just specific context, for example, just the pros or the cons, right? So I've crafted 3 different prompts. The first one, as you can see over here, it's about the negative messages. So I'm not highlighting at any point that they are negative messages, but this is what I'm going to feed to the system. The second one, I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to feed the pros instead of the cons. And the third one is I'm going to feed everything with the stars, the comments, and even the name of the review, okay? I've created this function over here in which I'm using, as you can see, Llama 3.1 8 billion. It's a really old model compared to the models that we have today, like Claude Sonnet 3.7 or GPT 4.1. But you can see that with really small models, you can still get really amazing results, and you don't need to pay for the tokens or just give your data away. I'm crafting a really simple prompt in which the system prompt is going to be this prompt number 1 that I had over here with the cons. And I'm going to be asking, can you analyze those messages and provide a report on how to improve the product? Then I'm returning that response. Now, the second thing is exactly the same formula, but I'm going to give you system prompt number 2 as part of the system prompt. And the third one is the system prompt number 3. So very simple. Now, when I'm calling this function, I want to load the file that I had already with my reviews, which is over here. And then I'm creating these blocks to segregate the messages and be able to feed them to the functions above. So I'm just going to iterate through the data, which is the file with all the reviews, and I'm going to extract the cons, the pros, and I'm going to put them in these 2 lists. Now, when we run this, we're going to see these 3 things in which we're going to get a negative report, a positive report, and a full report, if I can call them like that. And once all of that is done, I'm going to save all of this data into this reports folder for us to review afterwards, okay? So if I just run this, you will run analysis.py. And there we go, it's finished. So now we can go to our reports, and I'm going to start with the positive one. It's still giving us good information around the customization options and the customer support and so on. So it's really useful. It's giving you a summary of all of those. With the negative report, you can see the key themes over here. So it's talking about cost, functionality, user experience, and even giving you recommendations on how to fix those. So you don't need to go through any APIs externally other than what you can host in your own computer. And then the last thing is the full analysis report. You can see the strength, the weaknesses, so it's kind of like a SWOT analysis of the product, the reviews, and so on. As you can see, it doesn't take a long time. It's something that is super useful if you want to analyze your reviews, if you want to keep on top of what your customers are saying about you. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.